Do you think it's okay for a white person to play a black character in a movie, or vice versa?
A lot of times those are funny to me.
Mine's
I
bigger.
can't talk to you today. My victim card is full.
My victim card is bigger than yours.
And if we offended you, just cancel us.
I don't want to get canceled for talking about cancel culture. And it's a possibility. Please watch this whole video before you think you know our opinion. Howdy. Well, Russ here.
And Chris, I'm still here. I haven't been canceled yet.
Cancel culture. Do you believe in it? Because I think it's bullshit. I feel like if somebody makes a mistake in their past, and then they
critical in their past,
and they've made steps to change and become a better person, you should forgive them, in my opinion. You know, there's those people that are just shitheads in your life and they just never change.
Unfortunately.
And that would be a reason to get away from somebody. But sometimes you're lucky enough to have somebody that makes mistakes and grows from them and becomes a better person. Why the hell would you not embrace that?
Yeah.
When there's so many shitheads out there that are just, for some reason, not changing and not becoming nicer.
That's
I mean, it
my
kind of
opinion,
depends on
too.
what they did, too.
Yeah.
The big thing right now is blackface. People being canceled for doing blackface. It turns out that whiteface is actually a thing, and black people play white characters. Is that okay? Probably not if blackface is not okay. And of course, there's a lot of white stereotypes you can make fun of too. And some of them are kind of funny. There has been, of course, celebrities in their past that thought it was funny to do blackface.
Yeah.
And they come forward and say sorry. The two Jimmys, I think, both have done blackface. And they are sorry for it. I can choose to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to continue to watch them. Or, hey, I'm not going to continue to watch them. We all have our own choice to continue to support somebody.
So as part of the history of the United States, blackface was done. It was mainly, I guess, white-skinned people watching whatever to begin with or attending these programs, and it is derogatory. Now we understand, people know. So if someone did it in the past and they're not willing to do blackface now, they've apologized. They said, I shouldn't have done that. I was ignorant. This was a mistake on my part. Please forgive me. Then why would you not forgive someone that's asking forgiveness? To be forgiven, you've got to be willing to forgive.
I think that's important. We all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
And I think the reality is sometimes in our past we say shit that is stupid. And a good example of another community that is harsh to another community is the rap community. The rap community, a lot of the big OG rappers have a history.
OG?
Like original.
Okay.
Like the first.
Yeah, the first rappers that really got famous. Okay.
Guess who they were discriminating against?
Gays, I know.
The gay community.
Do they still do it?
Some still do.
So for them, I don't have any use of them. So
well, yeah, but
I wouldn't listen to them knowingly.
But not all raps do. But still, people choose to support rappers that said it in their past too. People that are not even part of the LGBT community forgive rappers and continue to support rappers even if they were homophobic in their past. The reality is people have free will. They can forgive whoever they want. Homophobic songs definitely hurt the LGBT youth. I'm sure it didn't feel good to have somebody talking about killing a fag. That's the same thing as if a rapper used the word fag, which I don't even like.
Queer.
Which
I don't like that one either.
In their past, and they have said sorry, or if Kevin Hart did the anti-gay tweet once, or perceived it's that way, or Cardi B did some anti-gay stuff, Mingos did some, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, I mean the rap community, a lot of them have done it. But if it's in their past and they have asked for forgiveness and they're not doing it continually and they've changed and been a better person, I can forgive them.
Yeah, so we're beating that horse to death because that's exactly the way I view it too. It's if it's in their past, fine. If they're doing it today, then I don't care to support them today. If that's who they are today, I don't want to support them.
Want to know what the argument though? A lot of rappers say, well, we use the F word in a different context.
The F word?
The fag word. They say we don't mean it towards the gay community. We mean it like people who are stupid.
Nah, I don't buy it.
That's like saying the N word, and saying, well, we're not using it for the same context. It's so complicated.
Yeah.
Why can't people just be kind to each other?
I'm just not into those words to begin with, personally.
Yeah.
For me, personally, the N word, the word fag, the word queer, all those things that were always used in the past negatively. If those you can make them positive now, and for me I haven't found a way to make them positive yet, then what would be the difference in making blackface positive now? or whiteface. I mean, it's either a word or a symbol, you know. So I don't totally understand the mindset. I would not choose to do blackface myself right now. And I would hope no one would.
I'm just acknowledging that some lighter skinned people actually want to be darker. They go tanning, some of them are obsessed, or they use spray tans, often they make mistakes. And look at the whole bodybuilding industry. So many of them put that fake tan stuff on it, which looks kind of bad a lot of the time. I guess it's like a standard and it's supposed to help your muscles look more defined. At one point, it was almost funny for whatever reason, like even 10, 20 years ago, to do blackface. That's why the comedians were doing it. In the rap community, at one point, it was almost okay. It wasn't almost. It was okay to be homophobic.
Yeah.
No homo. I mean, it was okay.
It was okay to most people, except those that it was hurtful to. I think now the deal is people are just like, hey, that's not okay with me. I do find that hurtful. Please don't do it. And I think with anything like that, if someone came up to you and said, you know, I'd rather you not do that, you know, certainly around me, find it hurtful, then don't do that. If it's something that's on this line of a whole national issue. I mean, if someone came up to you and said, you know, I'd rather you not eat peaches, it's harmful for me, I find it hurtful for you to eat peaches, then maybe don't eat peaches in front of that person, but eat the shit out of them out they're gone.
Well, I mean, there's like, some people just also find things to be mad about. Their life must be fairly good, because if it was too bad, they wouldn't have time to complain about petty stuff.
I don't get it, like canceling someone out no matter what great things they've done in the past. And we've talked about this too, like, you know, celebrities, famous people that have appeared in certain movies or what have you. It's like, never watch that movie again. They did so and so. This was a terrible thing they did. And yeah, they've done some terrible things, some of them. But when you cancel them out there, it's not just canceling that person out that appeared in that movie. You're canceling out all the other people.
The actors and the actresses.
That had nothing to do with
the director or whatever.
Kevin Spacey, right?
Yeah.
So everyone knows. It's like, don't watch Kevin Spacey movies.
Don't watch House of Cards.
Yeah, don't watch this, don't watch that. It's like, well, he wasn't the only person in there. Acknowledge that Kevin Spacey has really screwed up. You're not necessarily, by looking at that, saying, I support Kevin Spacey in everything he's ever done. Mm-hmm. No, you're just watching the dang movie.
But, like, that being said, you can make actions to prevent him from being in, like, future episodes.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Stop him from the future episodes, but the past, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, like, can you utilize an invention from somebody from the past if they did something really bad? Like being racist or even raping somebody. Like, I mean, what if it was like a really good invention? Can you still utilize it?
And the person that invented it was a horrible person. Should we, like, not be using that invention?
I think we should use it.
Use it.
And then educate why he did something wrong.
Yeah, it's like, people aren't perfect, and some of us do some really darn bad things.
The thing is, a lot of the people...
make everything you've ever done bad.
A lot of the people that are doing a lot of canceling people, if you look back in their past, did they say something homophobic? I mean, look at churches. Churches are... A lot of them have been homophobic in the past.
Most all churches.
Should we cancel all churches now? Or just hope
some people would say yes.
Yeah. Or should we hope for them to change and be better influences on the community?
Yeah, and that might be a more positive direction to take. I prefer that.
Our country has a negative past when it comes to slavery, but hopefully at this point we're going to move forward in a positive way and try to be more inclusive.
We would hope so. It kind of seems to be difficult for us
because
tough. We've moved from slavery to Jim Crow laws and now to imprisonment of young black men
and white men, but just larger.
But you have a larger percentage, and that's the thing. It's yet another form. People are saying, it's like, okay, we've just moved the slavery aspect of it into this prison for profit.
Like, of course, I'd say like another big struggle in America right now is the class system, the poor versus the rich. There's like so many divisive things. It's not just one.
Immigration right now is a big thing, and unless you're part of one of the first peoples nations, then you're here because of immigration. And let's face it, they originally were too. There was no one on this continent. We all moved out of Africa at some point. Just some people made it here first.
This was crazy. We were all very connected.
Yeah, I just don't know why people have to be fighting each other all the time.
But that's the thing is, like, that's what I'm saying. Human nature has always been like divisive. It's like us versus the others. I'm just so sick and tired of it. It's like, hopefully you talk things out. It's really important to communicate, because actually sometimes by putting a border and not communicating with the other side, you do make the others, and you almost can like build more tension. Sometimes it's good to communicate and try to have an understanding and have empathy for each other.
Well, is that just what all the separation is? Is someone else being in power. If someone can get you and someone else disliking each other, being in conflict, then aren't they the puppet master?
Now we're getting like sidetracked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like those are real topics.
They are real topics. We could take that one on just in and of itself. We've covered way too much here, and we didn't even know what we were going to talk about.
Well, we knew it was going to be about cancel culture. Ultimately, we don't believe in like canceling someone and like making it to where they have no redemption.
Yes.
I believe in redemption. I believe in trying to get people to be educated in a way that they can be a better person.
That's the best scenario ever for me, because you have actually seen a change in the world. So
sometimes you can utilize a negative and educate people by having that negative. Like, for an example, like if a celebrity did blackface and they come forward and talk about like how it could be hurtful, you can use it as a teachable moment.
Right. So forgiveness, that's basically it. Forgive and ask to be forgiven for your mistakes. I think people operate out of hurt. People get hurt and then they hurt others. We just need to stop that cycle.
I just want to say that my victim card is worse than yours.
I can't talk to you today. My victim card is full.
My victim card is bigger than yours. We probably made somebody mad, and that's crazy.
Yeah, we probably really ticked somebody off.
It's okay.
With this conversation.
It's okay not to agree with everybody about everything. Do you think it's okay for a white person to play a black character in a movie, or vice versa? So in the context of like a theater or like a entertainment, not to like be derogatory, do you think it's okay for like Eddie Murphy to play multiple characters and some of them be white and some of them be black?
You know, if they're playing all sorts of characters across the spectrum and that's just part of it, a lot of times those are funny to me. You know, they're interacting with themselves.
Like Eddie Murphy, if he did like a white character, I think it'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
He probably has. I don't know.
I'm sure he has.
Or if Robin Williams, when he was alive, if he would have done like multiple characters, which he's done, I don't know if he's ever played a black character, but it would have been funny. But it does make you question, when is comedy okay? It's often playing off sexuality, race, stereotypes, and a bunch of other things that could be offensive to somebody. So when is it okay? Do you have to prove that you love and hate every group equally? I don't know. Just a question. I mean, the whole point of acting is trying to become something that you're not. Or do you have to play yourself all the time? What about a straight guy playing a gay character, which has happened? Wouldn't you want that? I mean, you could say
usually
it's
I
controversial.
laugh. Yeah,
or
but I'm not as easily offended as
what
most
about
people.
a gay person playing a straight character? What about a gay person playing a straight character?
They've done it.
Or should someone that's not trans play a trans character? Or do you think it's okay for a guy to play a girl? The Danish Queen is about the guy from Fantastic Beasts. Or one of the first.
It's not the Danish Queen, the Danish girl.
The Danish girl, sorry. But like, he obviously is not really trans in real life, but he played a trans character.
I thought it was a great movie.
But it was...
So, I mean, you're an actor. If you're acting like someone that you're not, then that's the whole point of acting. I just don't have that much of a problem with it.
Yeah, me either.
And I think the best person for the part is the one that should be selected, irregardless of any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you're just mean and an asshole, I'm not easily offended.
Yeah, I guess context is important.
So...
And story's important. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to this. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We want our subscribers to go up. Why, Russ?
And Chris.
Love you long time.